Hi, my name is Ben Alexander, and I have autism. And I watched South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And I review a bunch of movies on my channel. I have autism. I do autism education videos. I'm an open book to about almost anything, so I like to keep an open dialogue of things to talk about when it comes to autism and all that stuff. And for movie reviews such as this, I kind of like to give my honest review and give you a recap of the movie. So that's kind of what I do here with these movie reviews. And yeah, so I film chaotic movies, comedy movies. I've even done some Christian movies. And romance, I guess, maybe one or two of them. But I would rather watch like a comedy movie because I like to laugh. That's about the best part I can say is I prefer comedy movies because I just want a good laugh because life is stressful. So so anyway, so we're going to get into the most chaotic movie I think I've ever watched. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. So this movie, it was kind of interesting because I've watched clips and episodes of South Park before, and South Park is known for its edgy humor. I've never heard South Park characters sing until I watched the movie. So I did watch the movie, and there was like musical and singing. That was crazy. So this movie began with two Canadian actors filming a movie that's pretty vile, and the kids at South Park Elementary wanted to watch it because, for whatever reason, they just wanted to watch it. Problem is it was rated R, and it was a very vile movie. It was funny because the ticket man was denied them tickets, but then the kids paid off a homeless man to get them into the movies. It was crazy. It was crazy. And the moms were not having it, so they went to war with Canada, blaming Canada for the movie that their kids have watched. And this movie had a lot of everything. So Kenny, the guy with the orange suit, you can't even understand what he says. He died because of the movie, I guess, because they were trying to imitate scenes from that movie. And he ended up going. It was on the entrance door of heaven, and then knocked him down all the way to hell. And then somehow, all the way from hell, he learned about Satan and Saddam Hussein. I believe that's how you say it. I think he was some leader, political leader that was pretty evil. I mean, the fact that they had him and Satan together, I would assume. Again, I was not alive when he was really alive, but I don't know much about. I don't know much about that area of politics a whole lot. Obviously, this channel, I try to stay out of politics, but. Yeah, so it was crazy, and so the mom ended up waging war against Canada. So they were going to execute the Canadian actors that filmed that movie because they didn't want that shown to their kids. So it was just a crazy movie, and. If they were attempting to kill Terrence and Philip, and they thought that they killed him, so Satan and Saddam Hussein ended up coming up to Earth to take back the planet, and Saddam Hussein was taking advantage of Satan, and it was just, Satan did not like him at all, and when they defeated the enemies that were trying to kill people, so, and the war ended, and Terrence and Phillip was fine, and Kenny ended up warning the kids that formed the resistance, that formed a resistance to try to stop the world from dying, basically, because of their moms just didn't want them to see an R-rated movie, and they came up with chips in their brains. Cartman, they had a chip in his brain where every time he said a cuss word or a swear word, they zapped him. It was like electrical shock. And he ended up using swear words and ended up defeating the enemies. It was crazy. It was one of those movies that it was easy to understand, but it was also hard to understand. It was just so chaotic. But it was basically like, peace, and they at the end they reach peace, and even Satan's like, I belong in hell and all that stuff. And he gave Kenny a wish because Kenny was helpful to Satan. It's just so crazy. And Kenny ended up wishing that he would end up going back to hell. He was trying to do the right thing for everybody else. He sacrificed himself. And then eventually, at the end of the movie, Satan shoots him up to heaven, and he's in heaven. So it was so crazy. I don't even know what to make of it. Like, South Park is definitely interesting. I think I saw in the comments it was a 1999 movie. So it was a year before I was born. South Park's been there for a long, long time. It's been a TV show. I know the last season they had it. It was all about the whole Trump administration and ICE and all the. It's a very political cartoon. The whole point of it is supposed to kind of, make fun of the craziness of the administration. That was their goal, and also to just give people a relaxing, just to relax because of the stresses of the administration and just the wackiness going on. And again, I hope the administration figures it out at some point. But it's so crazy right now with politics, and I'm not going to get into politics. I'm an independent. Like, it's not like I support either the Republicans or the Democrats. I think they're both corrupt. But yeah, I'm not trying to get into politics a whole lot, but I will say South Park does kind of dive into it, so I do have to address it at some point. But so it was just crazy because South Park does make some edgy jokes, so I wouldn't recommend showing this to your kids. They do make jokes about every race/religion, and if you're an adult looking for a chaotic movie, I'd say that this is the movie for you because it was super chaotic. And what about you? Have you watched this South Park film? If so, let me know in the comment section. And I appreciate you watching my video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.